to week 2. So to get started, we're finally going to add our player character and get him animated. And this is also going to give you access to your camera so you can finally get a look at the ship moving around from within our scene view, or our game view. So when you hit play, you'll actually be able to see what's going on. So what we need to do is get into our Techability folder. We're going to go to the player folder, and you're going to see this player pirate prefab here. What you're going to do is just drag that out. I'm actually going to drag it out onto the boat. It's probably the best spot for it for now. And we're just going to drag him right onto the back there. And you're going to see it's going to add our camera object. It's going to add our player here. And you'll see on the right here, he's already hooked up with this character controller. But what we need to do is mess with his animator. So to do that, what we can do is look in the inspector on the right here. You're going to see this free character controller thing right here. We're going to double click on that, and it's going to open up the animator window. And you'll see we've got this set up. If you did Time Traveler in our last month, this probably looks pretty familiar. We're actually going to set this up exactly how we did last month. But if not, don't fret. There's not too much to do here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click over. We start in this base layer. We don't want to use another layer. We're going to click over to the Parameters tab, and we need to add 2 parameters here. We're going to add a trigger, and we're going to call that attack. That's going to handle triggering our attack animation. And we're going to add a bool, and this one we're going to call walk. So triggers fire once, so when our code tells attack, when it triggers the attack, it's going to play our animation 1 time. And bools, however, will hold their value. So when we set walk equal to true or false, it will always stay that value until we tell it otherwise. So if we start walking, our walk animation will play until we tell it to stop. Once we've got our 2 parameters here, we then want to click into this arrow between any state and attack. And on our inspector pane over here, there's this tab that says conditions. We're going to click the plus sign there, and we're going to make sure this is on attack. And that's it for that one. And then we're going to move down into these 2 arrows between idle and walk. And you're going to see this idle animation, or this arrow with the down arrow, not the up arrow, but the one going down. And we're going to click the plus sign, and we're going to click the drop down on attack, and we're going to select walk this time. And we're going to make sure that this value on the down arrow is set to true, because we want the walk animation, so we want the transition from idle to walk to happen when walk is true. And then on the up arrow, we're going to attach the walk condition. So if there isn't one here already, you'd hit the plus sign, you'll select walk, and then you'll select true and drop that down to false. And that will make it so that when we want to stop walking, we can transition back to our idle state.